6:30 in the morning. I just wanted to comment on something today on the end of my run that's been on my mind a lot. So we're in the Iran war right now. That's what our current state of international affairs has been called. Okay, no country as of the beginning of April here in 2026 has officially declared war. This is a conflict. It's like the Bosnian conflict or whatever. It's not technically a war according to any country, but yet the media has called it that. They've declared it. Now, naming conventions for wars are kind of funny. They change, and there's no group that decides them. We all know this. You know, the Great War later became World War I. The War of the States became the Civil War. The Vietnam War technically isn't a war either. That was a conflict. So they've decided that this is the Iran War, even though no country has done it. Okay, we've got that. Also, excuse me, having just finished 5K in about 28 minutes, which is my best time in a while. I'm a little out of breath, so excuse me here. Now, I googled this Iran war, and I saw that the media decided to name it the Iran War because it met all the requirements for war. All right, so therefore it's more than a conflict. It's a war according to them. Oh, this made me laugh. This is what I wanted to share with all of you today. So the media, that trusted source of information, declared that this is a war because it meets all the requirements outside of any country declaring it. This same media looked at Joe Biden and went, he's one of the healthiest men in America. Even though we know he has senility or Alzheimer's, is physically not quite with it, doesn't look right, doesn't act right, the way he spoke, the way he acted, the way he did everything was clear signs of mental and physical decline. But yet the media looked at him and said, perfect health. So the president, our former president, was in perfect health, did not meet the requirements for anything. But yet they can look at the Iran war and go, oh, that's a war. Oh yeah, no, we know that's a war. The media can look at a man and go, yep, meets all the requirements for being a woman. Or they can look at a woman and go, well, we've got some things. Oh, clearly a man. But yet they want us to think that they can recognize Iran and go, oh yes, this is a war. We know that's a war. You can't recognize anything else. In 2020, they looked at the science that was incredibly questionable and went, oh yes, this science is 100% accurate. I even had seen that they had done long-term testing on COVID, even though at the same time they're like, we don't know what this is, but we've done 10-year testing on it, and we know the science is right. Wow, you couldn't recognize any of the signs of questionable science. You can't recognize a man, you can't recognize a woman, you can't recognize when Joe Biden is not in good shape. But you're able to look at the conflict in Iran and go, yes, this is a war, so therefore we're going to call it the Iran War. Let's see, what else can our media not recognize? Oh, they think January 6th is an insurrection. They think, goodness sakes. Well, it just came out that the 2025 election was rigged. There's no way Trump can be legit. There's no way 2020 can be legit. And 2024 was completely legit. Joe Biden said it was. They could recognize all the signs of that, but really? Russia collusion, zero evidence, but they absolutely were assured that Russia collusion existed. Really? They couldn't recognize a scam that was in front of their eyes. According to James Carville, Donald Trump should have died 6 months ago, as he's in the final stages of syphilis. And according to the media right now, Trump should be impeached because he's in the stages of Alzheimer's and senility. Even though when Biden had it, they couldn't recognize it. It's really amazing how the media can't recognize anything, but yet they're able to look at Iran and go, that is a war. It meets all the credentials for a war. Oh, another one. They think MAGA is a cult. Now, I have debunked that in an 1.5-hour podcast, if you want to go back. Very thoroughly debunked it. And I didn't make up definitions, and I didn't say, well, 6 people in Iowa did something, and therefore 50 million are cult members. No, I debunked the whole thing. And I'll stand by that. And yet the media, who probably know less than me about cults, or whenever I see them interview people, they interview very questionable folks who I have no faith in. They can recognize a cult. They can recognize MAGA that's a cult when it's not. Let's see, what else can they not recognize? Oh, they think AOC is an economic genius. They think Ilhan Omar has done nothing wrong and doesn't get upset and doesn't freak out and doesn't have emotional outbursts. Up until the last minute, they didn't see anything wrong with Somalia. But yet, at the end of the day, our media wants to label the Iran war because they know it's a war and they recognize all the traits. I think I've killed a dead horse here because I think it's impossible to trust our media anymore. I don't think they know it's standing in front of their face. They can't even recognize a woman, but yet they're experts on war. We live in the greatest age of propaganda probably since Nazi Germany, or Communist China, or, North Korea, currently. They only have declared the Iran situation a war so they can now go, oh, well, look, Trump started a war. Oh, look, he's a warmonger. Oh, look, we told you so. Oh, look, we have to impeach him and Vance and everybody else. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's like the 99 crimes. He's a felon 99 times. Just so we can say that. That's all it is now, is anything the label. We don't care if it's real. That's all it is now. Let's just dump Trump. That's the state of our media. The trusted source of information is just dump Trump. It's absolute garbage. So when I was Googling this Iran war, going, why is everyone calling it a war when no country has declared it? And I came up with the internet saying, oh yes, those in the media recognize this as a war. It just made me laugh so much, and it's been on my head a lot. So I just want to share that. Here I am at the end of my run today, and lovely Saturday morning, matter of fact. It's just so insane to me, the levels of propaganda that we're being fed and the TDS that our media is involved in. And it's so easy to get fooled by that. Sort of like sometimes a really bad scam email comes to you and you're like so close to like clicking a link and then you stop. The media is that good. They're a really good scam email. So anyways, thank you for your comments. This is an interesting one from Goon Collector. It's not just the media. America see this as Bush 2.0. Oh, yes. Oh, it is hysterical. I don't know if I've said this in another show. I remember George W. Bush, and the way he was treated was unbelievable. He was the Satan of Satans, the Antichrist of Antichrists, the dumbest man in America, the dumbest president ever, the worst president ever. I literally saw someone say he would be our last president because he would destroy America. So my joke since then has been, yes, W was, and that meant Obama was the first president of America. He was the first one. And then he supposedly also destroyed it, and so then Trump was the first president. But he supposedly destroyed it too, so Biden was the first president. But according to the media, according to the right-wing media, Biden destroyed it, so Trump's the first president. That's been the joke I've been telling. Well, America's still standing. W didn't destroy it. But I am sort of impressed that W is no longer considered the dumbest and the worst and the most satanic man out there. He has been redeemed. It's amazing how now we have completely forgotten all the labels we put on him. I mean, you know, John F. Kennedy was going to sell us to the church. Chester Arthur was going to make New York the head of America, and we were all going to be under the Tammany Hall world. Thomas Jefferson was going to sell us to France. Let's see. Ayn Rand actually went on a speaking tour to have FDR impeached because he was going to be the last president of America. So we like to repeat these things over and over again. But yeah, they see him as Bush 2.0, and it's hysterical. It's sort of like the media just regurgitates the same thing. You know, I once saw also that the media and others have declared that every single Republican president since Nixon has been an illegal president that rigged the election. I mean, it's just like, you guys are a broken record. Everyone's a racist. Everyone's a bigot. Everyone's a transphobe. Every president who's a Republican is illegal. Every president who's a Republican is stupid, dumb, whatever. Wow, our media is trash. And it wasn't excellent 20 years ago. It was better 50 years ago. It's had its ups and downs, but now it's just complete trash. Other comment here from Goon Collector. Iran had no capabilities of attacking us in the homeland. You're absolutely right. They probably wouldn't, and they couldn't. Or they could try, but it wouldn't happen. So to call this an international war, but I think they were calling it World War III, even though they've already declared that Trump has declared 2 other world wars. So technically, I guess maybe the Iran war should be World War V or VI. Literally, they've declared like 3 world wars under Trump. It's hysterical. And they keep forgetting that they've already declared a world war. So we're on World War VI, I think, right now, all under Trump. The media is that astute. It's just like bullshit. Anyways, I gotta go home. As someone who studied sociology in college, this is the only part of that degree that's come in handy, is looking at the media and going, we are in absolute, let's just say, clown world. That's where we are right now. All right. So thank you all for joining me. Thank you for chiming in. I hope you have a good weekend. And we'll talk more later about the state of the world and how the Democrats are ruining it and how the liberals would have us live in a little mini North Korea where DEI rules everything and we'll own nothing, eat bugs, and I'll be happy. How's that sound to you? While you debate your genders for 5 hours a day. Yeah, I think not, folks. I think not. Society isn't perfect, but I like what we have, and I think all of you do too. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much. And have a good weekend. I'll talk to you later. I gotta go get breakfast.